Once you have Firebug installed, you're ready to test the monoplate layout inside of Firefox. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's come back to Dreamweaver and preview this in Firefox. Again, if you're not working inside of Dreamweaver, just open this index page into Firefox. And when you do, the overall layout looks really good. We have all of our gradients. Everything is appearing the way that we want it to appear. There is one slight glitch, and that's up here in the top right-hand corner. It appears that the content is being pushed to the left, even though it has the float left class. So I'm going to go ahead and make an assumption that if both icons were to have a float property assigned to it, then they would be aligned properly. Now, what's great about Firebug is you have the ability to test this theory. So let's go ahead and do that. If you right-click, or control-click if you're on a Mac, on these icons in the contextual menu, you can choose Inspect Element with Firebug. When you do that, it brings you right to that section. Here we can see we have the Facebook element and also the Twitter element. What I want you to do is select the Twitter element and come over and click Edit. Once you click Edit, you'll have the ability to edit the HTML. And what I want to do here is see if I apply a float right to the Twitter icon, if it will in fact float to the right. So we can do this by adding a style attribute to the tag, and the style that we want to add is a float property, and we want that float obviously to float to the right. And once you type that in, once you finish typing, you will see that that does in fact resolve the problem. So what we want to do is actually add this to our HTML document, because Firebug doesn't do that. It just gives us the ability to temporarily manipulate our HTML. Let's go ahead and close out of Firebug or Firefox altogether. I'm going to go ahead and close out of Firebug first, then I'll close Firefox. And what we want to do is essentially update our CSS. So in order for us to do that, we can apply the FR class that's associated with the F2 FW framework. So we actually don't even have to go into the style sheet file unless you wanted to review that class. But as you can see, inside of the HTML, if we scroll into the header section, right now we have a float left applied to the Facebook icon, but we don't have anything applied to the Twitter icon. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and add an FR for the float right. You can save the HTML document, and then you can re-preview it in Firefox, and when you do, you'll notice that the problem is solved. But anytime you make a change to your HTML or your CSS to fix a bug within another browser, I highly recommend retesting it in the other browsers that you already looked at. So we should come back to Dreamweaver and take a look at this inside of Chrome again. You'll notice it still looks the way that it should look inside of Chrome, so we're all set there. We should also take a look at it in Safari again, so I'll go ahead and do that. And you'll notice that the icons are positioned properly. And then we should go ahead and take a look at it in Opera again, just to make sure that we didn't break anything, and it doesn't look like we did. So we were able to fix that glitch that we're seeing inside of Firefox. Again, Firebug is a great tool to use when you're working with Firefox. It gives you the ability to inspect your code and make quick modifications to see what those modifications will do before going into your editors and actually making changes.